Hello and welcome to day 7 of Aroma Yoga. Today we are going to do yoga for muscle tension. So we have done a lot this last couple of days, and so today we are going to do a little bit more stretches, and we're also going to use the essential oil called Panaway. And Panaway is a really good essential oil to use whenever you feel muscle pain or tension in the muscles or joints. You can use it in a diffuser, but I normally just apply this on the skin. And you can also try another essential oil to put in the diffuser for today, like lavender for example. Otherwise we're going to apply this Panaway essential oil. I kind of want to call this a free essential oil because you can just use it whenever you feel sore pain in the body at this moment. So I am going to apply this on the shoulders because we tend to hold a lot of tension in the shoulders, and I like to rub the essential oil there. But if you have any other pain or tension in the body, or maybe even bruises or joint pain, then you can apply it on that spot directly. So that's why I call this a free essential oil today. So you can apply 1 or 2 drops on your hands. And then just rub the essential oil in your hands and then rub it at the spot or area you like to apply the essential oil today. If you like, you can rub your hands together and create a cup of your hands and breathe the essential oil in. And just a side note, if you have menstruation pains, then it's also a really good essential oil to use as well. So you can set your essential oil aside. And we are going to start in child's pose today. So you can come on your hands and knees. You can place the knees as wide as your mat, big toes together. And then reach your arms out in front of you and place your forehead on the ground. And rest here for a few breaths. Make any adjustments if you need to. And see if you can let go of any tension in your body. Your shoulders and your neck are relaxed. Your face, your jaw is relaxed. And observe your breath. And maybe you like to deepen your breath. So you inhale deeper and exhale slower. And maybe on your inhale, you can feel your breath in your back. So maybe when you breathe in, you push your ribs out to the side. And then slowly breathe out again. Take in one more deep breath in. And slowly breathe out. And then you can roll yourself back up. Okay, from here we are going to move into thread the needle. It's really nice for your shoulders and your upper back. So you can come on the hands and on the knees. The knees are directly below your hips. So do not bring the weight too much to the front and do not sit back too much. We are going to start with your right arm. So breathe in and lift the right arm up to the sky. And on your out breath, you can place the right arm under the left and place your shoulder and your head on the floor. Then you can just keep your left hand in front of you. You can also stretch it out above your head. If you feel like it, you can also place your left arm on your lower back as well. I'm going to stay here for about 2 minutes.
so we can really work into this posture. Relax your belly on your inhale. And I like to open up my chest a little bit more and maybe look up under my upper arm. I really want you to let go in these postures today, so try not to go for a goal or push yourself in a posture, but try to relax into them today. Listen to the sound of your breath. And slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, you can place your left hand on the floor and bring the right hand back on the floor. So from here, we're going to move into your lizard pose. A really nice stretch for your hip. So you can place the right foot on the outside of the right hand. And you can also bring it a little bit to the right side of your mat. Your back leg is long, so do not keep your knee below your hip. Reach it out all the way as far as you can. Ideally, you want to untuck your toes instead of keeping your toes on the floor. But if you have trouble with your balance, you can always do that. You can place the hands on the inside of your right foot. Some of you are here on the hands and stay there. Some of you need a block to deepen the stretch, and then you rest your elbows on your block. Or if you have more space, you can also place the elbows all the way on the floor. But choose one option. Do not place one hand on the floor and one elbow, or the hands or the elbows. Also, we're going to stay here for 2 minutes. And check your front knee. Is it in line with your ankle? So maybe you need to shift your foot a little bit to the front. Try to relax your shoulders and your neck. So you feel this stretch on the inside of the right hip, but you can also feel this stretch on the left upper thigh. If your knee hurts, you can fold over your mat or maybe place a blanket under the back knee. We're going to stay here for 1 more minute. In these longer hold postures, you really do not want to go all the way in this posture. So you can do a little bit less in these postures today. And slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, you can come back on the hands. And then you can walk your right foot more to the middle. So place the right hand on the outside of the right foot, and this time you can stretch the right leg. We are moving into half splits. Personally, I always place my foot a little bit more to the front, so my back hip is in line with my knee. So you're not sitting all the way back. So make sure you're there. Some of you might use a block under the hands, and otherwise you're on your hands. You can breathe in, create space in your spine and your neck. And on your out breath, you can fold down, nose to your knee. We're going to stay here for about 1 minute. If you have a bend in the front knee, that's totally fine. You really need to find a spot in this posture where you can relax into. So where can you still feel a little bit of space in your hamstring? Try to sink deeper on your out breath, but try to find that relaxation. So you sink deeper with relaxation. And slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, you can bend the knee and you can come into your pigeon pose. So you can move your right foot to the left side of your mat and then bend the right knee, place it down on the floor. So the back leg is still straight. Your front knee is a little bit on the outside of the right side of your mat. So it's on the outside of your right hip. So your hips are still pointing forward. If this is a nice posture for you, reach the arms out, place your forehead on the floor or on a block. Or if this is too much, you can bring the weight on the right sit bone, bend the left knee a little, and then fold forward. That is an option for this posture. And we're going to stay here for 2 minutes in your pigeon pose. And this is a really intense stretch for the right outer hip. If it's too much, you can always use a block under the right hip or maybe a big pillow or bolster under your chest. I'm going to stay here for 1 more minute. And slowly breathe in And on your out breath, you can come back up on your hands. And then this time you can move into a downward facing dog. So take your time to get there. The hands are shoulder width apart and the feet are hip width apart. Then push your heels towards the floor. Let your chest sink down to the floor. Rotate the shoulders down the ears. You can choose to stay here. You can also choose to reach the right leg up. Then flex your foot, bend the knee, and open the hip. It's really nice for that right hip that we have been working. Take a deep breath in. And set your right foot back down on the floor. We are moving back into your thread the needle. So come back on your hands and knees. This time you can reach the left arm up. Breathe in, look up. And on your out breath, you can bring the left arm all the way through the right. Place your shoulder and your head on the floor and maybe reach your right arm above your head or place it on your lower back. Maybe look up, open your chest. So if you're looking for more, then reach your left arm as far away from you as you can and open up your chest and maybe look up under your upper arm. And just breathe in these postures. That's all you need to do. Slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, you can push your right hand in the floor and bring the left arm back. Moving into your lizard pose, you can place your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Make sure the back knee is away from the hip and maybe lower down on your elbows or stay on the hands. We are going to stay here for 2 minutes. Enjoy this stretch. So we are working a little bit on everything today, the hips, the shoulders. And again, try to elongate your spine and your neck. Do not sink into those shoulders, but push them away from the ears. And sink into those hips. Maybe you can deepen your breath again. So on your inhale, you breathe in a little bit deeper. And on your exhale, you slowly breathe out. You might sink a little bit deeper in those sensations. And slowly breathe in and out. And on your out breath, come back on your hands and walk your left foot to the middle. And place your left hand on the outside of your left foot and come back into your half split. So maybe place your foot a little bit further away from you if you're like me. And otherwise, make sure you keep your foot flexed, hands on the floor or your block. And then breathe in. Create space in your spine and neck, and on your out breath you can fold down, staying here for about a minute. And make sure your left hip is a little bit inwards and your right hip is pointing a little bit forward. It might create some sensations. Send your breath to your left hamstring. And slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, you can bend the knee, place your foot back on the floor and move into your pigeon pose. Left foot on the right side of your mat. Bend the knee. The back leg is straight. Your front left knee is on the outside of that left hip, if that is possible for you, if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel okay, again, bring your weight on the left sit bone, and otherwise just fold forward straight away. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. And really feel this posture. Try to relax into these sensations, even though they might feel pretty intense. If it is too intense, you need to support your hips with a block or a pillow, or maybe support your chest. Just a few more breaths in this pigeon pose. And slowly breathe in. And on your out breath, come back up on your hands and step back into your downward facing dog. Push your heels towards the floor, rotate the shoulders down the ears. Take a deep breath in and out. And then place your knees back on the floor. If you like, you can bring the knees together this time in your child's pose so that you can rotate your hips a little bit more inwards. If you like, you can reach the arms out in front of you, or you can bring them down your side as well. And just rest here for a few breaths. And then take a deep breath in. And on your out breath, you can slowly roll yourself back up.
And then you can sit down in a cross-legged position. So I hope you enjoyed these few stretches. This was a really more of a yin yoga sequence. In yin yoga, we hold the postures for a longer time, but this was kind of like a little taste of that. I hope you enjoyed it today. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. You can place the hands together. Breathe in and breathe out. Namaste.